What is going on, beauties and gents? Let me make sure that you can hear me before your girl keeps going. And I might want to turn on some light in here too. Okay. Let me turn on some lights right quick. What's going on, beauties and gents? Welcome to the call. I think this is the fourth accountability call. I am Carla, aka Simply C Silver, and I think this is accountability call number 6, which I'm like super excited about because accountability is very important to me in my health journey. Okay, so this is for me weight loss journey number 4, and the absolutely last time, I plan on having to lose weight again. And to me, that means committing to a lifestyle change of fasting, balance, posting, and keeping myself accountable to you as well as myself. So I actually started this. This is my fasting tracking from the fasting app that I shared with you all. And I actually started consistently fasting with journey number 4 on Wednesday, May 15th at 194.2 pounds. And I actually started with OMAD. But let me tell you, by the end of, and I don't think you are seeing my screen. Let me make sure right quick. I don't see the tab. I hope you can see the tab. Let me stop and then do it again. Okay. Let me see. I don't think you're seeing my screen. There. Let's see if that works. Okay, I think you are seeing it now. Praise Jesus for technology and me. We working through it, okay? So I started journey number 4 on Wednesday, May 15th at 194.2 pounds. And when I saw that number on the scale, I was like, honestly, like, no, we ain't about to do this again, because that's either my highest or very, very close to my highest weight, okay? So I started with OMAD, and by the end, and that's 1 meal a day for those that don't know what OMAD is, but by the end of May, I was at 189.2 pounds, and I already had realized during that time that I could do better, and OMAD alone was not going to help me where I wanted to be efficiently, okay? So in May was an OMAD month, and I was already seeing like this isn't going as, I mean, honestly, in my head, as fast as I want it to go. And I know for me, I can do better than this. So by June, I had transitioned to alternate day fasting on the weekdays and OMAD on the weekends. And during this time, I also took a trip to Europe where I fasted and enjoyed myself the remainder of the day. For the most part, I did OMAD, but if the eating window lasted a little longer than 4 hours, look, I'm on vacation. I'm supposed to be having a good time. I was not going to worry about it, okay? So by the end of June, I was at 180.4 pounds. And by that time, I had learned that jumping back into the fasting routine that I had set for myself as soon as possible after a trip was definitely going to be a staple and getting me back to where I wanted to be. Okay. And that was something, I had already known before, but it's like, we be testing the waters. We be testing the waters. I know I do. And it's like, it's kind of hard, especially when you're off track for such a long period of time. And I mean, long can be, for me, it would have been, look, at that time, it was like 3-4 days. If I'm off for 3-4 days, then that 3 or 4 days end up being 2-3 weeks. Okay. So I knew for me that jumping back in the routine as soon as possible after a trip was going to be effective and help me to get where I want to be. Okay. So now in July, I've come back from a trip visiting family and handling some business for 2 weeks. So I was on my fasting plan. I was fasting every day, let's say that, but I wasn't doing my alternate day fasting during the weekdays and OMAD on the weekends. I fast during this 2 weeks that I just came back from, actually. I would fast as long as I could, and or should I say as long as I wanted to, because sometimes I could fast longer. But I'm with family. Look, my body and my mind wasn't just, we wasn't having it. Okay, so I would fast as long as I wanted to, and then I would eat with the family or enjoy something that I wanted to have. Okay, so at the end, now in July on that vacation, well, not actually a vacation, um, that trip with my family, I knew that my weight was going to be up, and I knew immediately when I got back into the routine, it was going to come back down. And I'm super proud of myself because when I got back from that trip, I got after a 2 week non-routine fasting trip, I immediately hopped back on the bandwagon as soon as I got back to my environment, to my house. Okay. So, yes, I'm going to go ahead and tell you straight off the bat, I checked my weight once while I was on the trip, and it went up to about 192. And then I had a fasting day as soon as I got back, and I was already back down to 187.2 pounds, if I can get it out. And I will say Lady in Red is about to come back into town, but I'm not stressed about it. And I know with time, the weight and the clothes are going to be fitting better in no time. Okay, so just continue with the routine. And I'm going back to my alternate day fasting Monday through Friday and my OMAD on the weekends. And it's going to come off, so I'm not really worried about it. As a matter of fact, I'm surprised that I only gained 7-8 pounds while I was on this trip, because that's a whole 2 weeks. My Europe trip, I actually gained 7 pounds for the week. And to say on a 2 week trip, I only gained about 7-8 pounds was definitely telling me that my body is doing something good and it's getting used to the fasting and knowing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, so let's reflect a little bit and go over the last 2 weeks, which was the last accountability call. Okay, so for the last 2 weeks, I was out of town. I fasted just about every day. Some days I was doing 12 hours. Some days I was doing 20 hours. And some days I was doing no fasting. I may have had 1 or 2 days the last 2 weeks where I didn't fast at all. So my weight, like I said, went up to around 192 pounds. Okay. And let me be honest, I ate for the most part what I wanted. But I did get my steps in just about every day, which is one thing I am super proud of myself about, because I could have just completely let it fall by the wayside for those 2 weeks, because a lot was going on, and you're with family, and look, you know how family is when we get together. Just we eating, we talking, we reminiscing, I drink a little bit. So yeah, all of that happened. The alcohol too was in the play. Okay. So as soon as I got back, like I said, I jumped back into my fasting routine, which is something I'm very proud of. And now I'm at 187.2 pounds. But with the past couple months, so I think today is day 60 for me since starting my consistent fasting journey. I can see there are some changes that I want to make to my lifestyle journey. Not that I haven't realized this all before, but we are a study of one. Just myself, and for you, just yourself. We are a study of one. So we can't follow someone else's routine and think it's going to work the same way for you. I can't take someone else's journey and their fasting routine and think I'm going to lose weight like they lost weight on that particular routine. So I have to study myself and what works for me as far as eating, as far as stress, as far as working out, as far as fasting, and put a balance to it to create a lifestyle journey for myself. So for me, I have to incorporate fasting into my lifestyle. That's something that has always worked for me and my body, and it's totally different, like I said, than anyone else's. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about your journey and what you want to do for your fasting window and how you want to eat. That although I share what I'm doing, like, your lifestyle and your body is totally different from me. And that's what makes us so unique and beautiful in our eyes and the eyes of God, is that He made us different from anybody else, and there's totally nothing wrong with that. So when I look at things for me, when I'm reflecting, which I tend to do quite okay, maybe 1 to 2 weeks, and then this accountability is a chance for all of us to reflect on what has worked for the past 2 weeks and what has not been working and where we can improve. Okay, I know that I have to incorporate some strength training, and that's honestly something I haven't been doing. Okay, so that's something I know I need to incorporate. I need to get some strength training in. Okay. I also know I need to incorporate some high protein and low carb days. And I know this because I track what I eat. I track my fasting windows during all of my weight loss journeys. I track um, those fasting windows. If I was fasting during that time, I know my very first weight loss journey, I wasn't fasting. I was eating 6 meals a day, 6 small meals a day, and I was working out 6 days a week, like 2 hours in the gym. And I know that does not work for my mindset or my lifestyle right now. So tracking is definitely important. So I know these things because I track what I eat and I track my fasting windows. So I sincerely encourage you to track your journey because it helps you to see what you're doing right and where you could use some improvement. Okay. I am doing very well at pushing the button. So I did while I was on my trip. I pushed the button every day that I was fasting. And if I was ready to eat something, I push it again and say, okay, my fasting window is over and I'm about to go eat these M&Ms because, oh my gosh, I was on this trip like, I don't know if it was just the family being around or the stressors or the fun or, like M&Ms, like was just my thing pretty much the entire time. So if you look back at my TikTok and my Instagram and YouTube, you probably see M&Ms just about every other day. Okay. And then, like I said, Lady in Red is about to come back in town and it's just like, okay, where's the chocolate? Okay. So things that I did pretty good at was making sure that button was pushed. Okay. Fasting consistently, even if it was only 12 hours, and getting at least 8,000 steps in almost every day. I'd say 6 days out of the week, out of both weeks, I was able to get in 8,000 steps, if not more. So reflecting that also involves, your growth and what you've been doing well with is also what I can improve on. Okay. And from reflecting on what the last 2 weeks look like for me, I can improve my food choices. Um, like I said, higher protein and lower carbs have helped me in the past. Do I do 20 grams of carbs? No, I mean, I would just keep it. I'd say I do protein and vegetables. And if it has, look, if it's a fried chicken leg, then I'm not counting that breaded chicken leg as carbs. I just stick to protein and a vegetable. Keep it simple. Like for me, simplicity works for me. Okay. I can also work on taking measurements instead of just focusing on the number on the scale. Okay. So I will start taking measurements. As a matter of fact, I didn't take any this morning when I weighed, but I will take some tonight just to have a start as to where my chest, my waistline, and my buttocks is at. And like I said earlier, I can also add in some strength training, which I will share on social media. And just so you know, for me, I prefer 4 simple moves, 2 to 4 sets, and that routine has gotten me all the way down to 138.4 pounds. So check out my YouTube channel and see some of those simple workouts that have helped me to tone up and get rid of them back rolls. And it's something I'm about to start back incorporating because it really helped my weight to keep moving in the right direction, as well as get some movement in. And I track my calories burned through activity as well as my steps. So that's something that's going to help me with that. Okay. And it's going to help me to, keep that skin tight, keep that youthful look as I am trimming down as well. So it's definitely something that is going to be good in your routine. Like a little exercise ain't never hurt nobody, and I know that it works for me, so I just need to do it. Okay, so check out my YouTube channels. A lot of those workouts are, well, not a lot of them, but some simple, very good workouts that I will be incorporating in my routine are on my YouTube channel. And while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Okay, and I say all of this just to remind myself and others that this is not an overnight journey. Okay, it's going to take time, honesty with yourself, and consistency. Okay, so fit check. I'm smiling, but uh, yeah, I'm a work in progress, and it is what it is. Like these are the pics from this morning. Of course, the backside. I'm currently at 187.2 pounds, which is the picture on the right. And as you know, I'm very serious about those back rolls, and they are still there, which is another reason why I'm going to have to start incorporating some higher protein, low carb days, and some strength training. Okay. This is the side view. Of course, definitely a work in progress, and I can see the bloat in all three areas that I just talked about, that chest, that belly, and that buttocks. But look, I'm a work in progress, and I'm not giving up, and I don't want you to give up because look, we got this, okay? So the game plan. Hey, Londa Marbet, bestie. Hey, Sharon, how you doing? Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So, um, the game plan. I appreciate y'all being here. I just want to feel like we are doing this together, and like I do, especially when y'all are here. And I appreciate y'all commenting and coming to join me on this accountability call. And if you want to share how you have been doing, please do so in the chat because I definitely love reading your comments. Okay, so the game plan, which has been since the very beginning, to challenge yourself to do a little better. Okay, it's not jump a mile. Let's just jump step by step. Let's say that. Let's take it step by step. It's not going to happen overnight, and nor do you want it to happen overnight because a lot of times, as a matter of fact, 9 times out of 10, when it happens overnight, is going to come back with the vengeance. Okay, and I've done that to myself. On more than one occasion, and I know that this is a journey, and I want it to be a permanent one this time. Okay, so this week, this next 2 weeks, I'm challenging myself to make better food choices 5 to 6 days per week. Okay, I'm also challenging us to continue to push the button. So, um, look, if you're using the Fastic app with me, push the button that you start your fast. And if you're ready to end your fast, push the button that you have ended your fast. Even if it's not at the hours that you wanted, just make sure that you are pushing the button. That over time, you will create a habit of getting to where you want to be. So don't start too fast. Don't start with 2 days. Like I had to work myself up to fasting every other day because look what is this July? I think it was the beginning of this year when I tried to get back into my alternate day fasting. Straight off the bat, like just starting, it did not work out, and I'm almost certain I was more than 194 pounds and just didn't want to look at the scale. Okay. So I'm going to continue to post my daily eating choices every single day. I normally post on all three. So if you're not following me on YouTube, definitely follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And even if I don't post it that exact day, I'm always taking pictures of my food as well as yeah, for the most part, pictures of my food if I weigh that day. And starting soon, every 2 weeks, I'll be putting my measurements. Okay. And let's make sure you have that incentive outfit because it's nice to have a goal besides a number, as well as things that you're just looking forward to doing. So that incentive outfit definitely sits at the very forefront of my closet. This is it. This is my incentive outfit. I only got a chance to put my buns in this outfit one time, but it is on and popping because I'll be back in it soon, and I am not giving up until I am there. Okay. So, accountability. This is your chance to hold yourself accountable. Tell us how you're doing, to share the things you're doing well with or even struggling with, because maybe there's someone out there that may be able to help you or give you tips. And look, I've been on so many journeys, like I may be able to give you some tips. Okay. And if you noticed, on my daily videos, I've had like a couple of people I look at their fasting routines and their benefits, like a healthy alternative. He's definitely, Chris James is definitely someone that I trust his leadership on fasting. Like he's the bomb.com. I really like Dr. Bergen. And if you notice on my post, I've had them telling some of the benefits of fasting. I have them telling things that could help you with your fasting routine, and just things that I find beneficial that I think for me that I feel might be able to help you in your fasting journey as well. So this is your chance to be accountable, as well as your chance to ask questions if you have any. Okay. Hey, Monique, girl, thank you. I appreciate that. Glad you're here. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. Y'all know I do not like to hold y'all long. A chance to say hi. Definitely a chance to just connect, okay? Because this journey is not easy, but it's not hard either. I think in our heads, we make it hard. But balance, consistency, accountability, which works for me, which is even if my weight is not steady going down like I want it to, like just having these calls help my mentals, okay? Because it reminds me that the journey isn't lateral. Like it's not going to continue to go down. It's not diagonal, or however they say it. You know what I'm trying to say. But the journey is not going to be, the way we want it to be all the time. You're going to have to tweak, and you're going to have to learn your body. You're going to have to learn your mind, and you're going to have to speak. I don't want to have one of my, I normally have a shirt on that has a little saying that I remind myself of, like, don't let the hard days win. When you really want some M&Ms, and you know what? Look, let's just say when I came back, I thought I had eaten all the M&Ms while I was on my trip. And why? When I had my first fasting day, I found a pack of M&Ms in the cupboard. And I said, nope, 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 nope. I'm not going to eat it. Like, if I'm going to eat it, it's going to be on a day where I have a little meal of something that I want. So it won't be during the week, because I'm doing my best to have better meals during the week. And if I want it on the weekends, then save it for them. But hopefully with Lady in Red coming into town, it won't, As a matter of fact, I'm determined not to go to the M&Ms. As a matter of fact, I put them out of sight, okay? So I don't even see them. Man, I might just put it on my TikTok, my daily post, the package of M&Ms. As a matter of fact, it's a little box of M&Ms that I found in my cupboard. I might put a picture of it as tempting on my daily post. We'll see. So, yeah, I'm super excited. But thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and hold yourself accountable, okay? Our next accountability call is Sunday, July 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will see you on the next one. Love y'all. Peace and happiness, and happy fasting. See you later.